Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Hafiz. In today's video, we'll take a look at this 208-in-1 Nintendo 3DS Super Combo cartridge from China. Do remember to subscribe to this channel. We have just crossed 800 subscribers and we hope that you can help us reach 1000 subscribers by the end of the year. Recently, I bought this 208-in-1 3DS game cartridge from AliExpress. After playing it for a few weeks, in my opinion, it could be by far the best purchase that I ever made on AliExpress in a while. If you are someone who just wants to experience the Nintendo DS library without the hassle of setting up an R4 card, looking for ROMs or modding your console, then this is probably for you. The cartridge is packed with 208 awesome games from the Nintendo DS library, and at $15, I just had to get one for myself. Let's place an order for this cartridge. Shipping to Singapore normally takes about 9 days.
2 weeks later,
Cartridge arrived in a bubble wrap envelope. Let's test it out on my unmodded Japanese 3DS, which is region locked and can only play Japanese games. Even though it mentioned 3DS on the listing, but from the game list I can tell that it only contains NDS games. The cartridge will register itself as SpongeBob SquarePants. Even though this 3DS is region and language locked, but using this card it will bypass the lock and it can run as a normal cartridge. The cartridge boots up into the card menu. This cartridge is actually an Ace 3DS Plus cartridge, which is just another variation of the R4 card that is compatible for the DS, 2DS and 3DS systems. Scrolling to the right, you will see the different emulator that the cartridge can support, such as Game Boy Advance, Sega Mega Drive, NES and SNES. But in order for this to work, you need to put in your own emulator and ROMs. I have made a 3DS emulator playlist in the description below to show you how to set this up. The link is in the description below, do check that out. Let's scroll back to the NDS icon and take a look at the 208 games that comes with this cartridge. Let's do a quick scroll. I will put the game list in the description below for you to check out to see what games are included in this cartridge. The cartridge includes some of the most popular games from the NDS series, such as Pokemon Pearl, White, Black, Black 2. It has Mario, Mario Kart, Mario NDS, Mario 64, 3 Castlevania games, and both Zelda games, and many more. Some of these games I have not played before as they are rare and expensive to acquire. Let's look one of the games that I've been playing for quite a bit. The Pokemon Black 2. Released in 2012, this was the sequel to the Pokemon Black and White series. Let's look from the last save. Everything works perfectly, the save works, the sound is in sync, and you can trade Pokemon even. Everything works as per normal, just like playing it on original hardware. To purchase a Pokemon Black 2 in the market now will cost you about 200 USD. If you are planning to purchase an authentic copy of the Pokemon Black 2, do be extra careful not to be scammed, as there are too many bootleg copies of this game selling online at original pricing. Next, let's look one of the Castlevania. There are 3 included in this cartridge. Let's take a look at the Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. This was the direct sequel to the Castlevania Aria of Sorrow for the Game Boy Advance. The game took place a year after the event of Aria of Sorrow, making this game a good start for your NDS Castlevania journey. Let's do some compatibility tests. Here I have Mario Kart DS playing on the Nintendo 3DS. Mario Kart DS was released in 2005 and this was the 5th installment for the Mario Kart series. This game is the follow-up to the Mario Kart Super Circuit, which was released on the Game Boy Advance. This game is very popular, addictive, and is definitely a must-have if you have a Nintendo DS system. Next, let's test it out on the Nintendo DS Lite. The Nintendo DS Lite is one of the most popular Nintendo DS hardware and is compatible to run both Nintendo DS cartridge and Game Boy Advance cartridges. Everything works fine here. Lastly, let's test it out on my favorite Nintendo DS hardware, the 2DS. Unlike the other NDS hardware, the 2DS went with the non-flip design, therefore in my opinion making it much more comfortable and enjoyable to play both DS and 3DS games. The game runs smooth and everything works as per normal. Here are some hidden gems games included in the list that you should check out. Firstly, we have Solatorobo Red Hunter. In this action-adventure role-playing game, you play as Red, an adventurer who pilots a small mechanical suit equipped with long arms to grab and throw objects on enemies, similar to the power loader used by Ripley in the Alien movie. This game currently costs between 220 to 420 in the market now. This game is lots of fun and definitely worth checking it out. If you are a Fire Emblem fan, there's a Fire Emblem Shadow Dragons included in this game. This game was very popular when it was released, selling over 180,000 units on its debut week in 2008. Today you can get this game for about $65 to $148 online. Another game to check out would be the Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. In this 2D side-scrolling action-adventure game, you control Scarlet and Jonathan around the castle. In this game, you can freely switch between the two characters and have to work together to solve puzzles in order to overcome the various obstacles in their way. Let's take a look at the SD card in this cartridge. You need to peel off the sticker to get access to the memory card. Peel off the sticker and pull out the card. Now insert the memory card into the computer. Now we are in the SD card. Click on the 208-in-1 folder to see the game ROMs included in the cartridge. There's plenty of ROMs here. Now is also a good time for you to backup this file onto your computer. I'll be making a video on how to play NDS games on your computer in the future. Having these backups ROMs will definitely be much safer than downloading them online. Since there are no CONTRA 4 included in this cartridge, here I have a backup ROM of the CONTRA 4 game which I have backup using my 3DS. To add the game, simply copy the ROMs and paste it onto the 208-in-1 folder. Insert the SD card back into the cartridge and insert the cartridge into your DS device. Run the cartridge. Go into the NDS game section. Now scroll down to find your game. The CONTRA 4 should be at the bottom of the list. Press A and it will load the CONTRA 4. CONTRA 4 is based on the same 2D gameplay featured in CONTRA 3 Alien Wars. In this run and gun game, you can hold up to 2 weapons and a grappling hook which the player can use to latch on railings, allowing the player character to move from one screen to another. Finally, should you get this cartridge? Yes, if all you want to do is to play NDS games. With this cartridge, you do not have to bring multiple cartridges with you. This cartridge is a pick and play solution for those who wants to play backup ROMs but do not want to mess around with setting up an R4 or illegally download ROMs from online. This cartridge also provides a cheap alternative to introduce NDS game library to new gamers. No, because despite the label indicating 3DS, there is no 3DS game included in the cartridge. It is able to play on the 3DS but there is no 3DS game included in the cartridge. This cartridge do not support the game developer or the industry, so if you are someone who collects original seal-graded game, then avoid this. Overall, in my opinion, for its price, it's worth getting it just to experience the Nintendo DS library. The Nintendo DS library is so vast and currently I'm playing several rare titles that I would never have a chance to experience as these cartridges are rare and expensive to obtain. Alternatively, you could get an R4 card and set it up yourself. Another option is to mod your console. Do it at your own risk as you might break the console if it's done wrongly. And there you go guys, that's my take on the 208-in-1 3DS compatible cartridge. Do remember to subscribe to this channel. We have just crossed 800 subscribers and we hope that you can help us reach 1000 subscribers by the end of the year. With that, as always, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay safe everybody.